Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the final race of the season. We've been a long way this season, 23 races, Bahrain all the way to Silverstone, and I can't wait to see how things kick off. The championship has been wrapped up, but there's still a battle going on for P3 between Bahrain and Nordis. Only 2 points separate those two for P3, so let's see which one of those two will get runners-up in third place. We are here at the British GP, and my name is Indigo. Alongside me tonight is my co-commentator, Owen Manso. Welcome, SFR Div 2 champion.
Hello mate, good to be back. So I've had a bit of a break, let's say, a 2-week break. Obviously you saw me racing last week. But yeah, no, back in the comms booth for this one. Looking forward to it, as you said. Last race of the season, last race of season 16. And I'm sure these guys, all 19 drivers, put on an excellent show.
Exactly. We had the British GP, which was the final race of the season in season 15, won by Hazara, but Harry Kane won the championship in season 15 here in Silverstone. And also, this place brings some good memories to me, because back in season 4, season 5 in SFR, in GP1, I got my first ever podium in SFR, my one and only podium, and my only points as well during that year. So you can tell how difficult it was to be in SFR in those days with all those quick and talented drivers. But here, we've got so many talented, so many quick drivers, so many people in this lobby who are gunning for the victory, been challengers like the whole season or midway through. And I can't wait to see, because we've got so many competitors out there that could take the victory tonight, but we'll see what happens in this 80-minute qualifying session here. We've got EVA Nico currently on his outlap. He did win the Spanish Grand Prix, if you remember, ahead of Harry Kane, when he's placed his car beautifully to be in second and overtake Harry Kane on the last lap of the Grand Prix to win. He's also picked up a few more podiums along the way at the Brazilian Grand Prix. So Nico has been a very handy driver, and Qatar too. With him, Noah Dietrich had a battle as well, but Noah Dietrich is not here today, unfortunately. So I think the one missing Williams here. So looks like Fireblades will have to do it all by himself in the Williams. I was his teammate in Mexico, but here is Nico then, coming towards Stowe. We're about to open up a lap around you for the Silverstone Grand Prix since 1950. 5.8 kilometers around here as we make our way towards the final 3 corners, ready to start flying up. The back of the car complaining as we go for flying up around here in Silverstone. Then on the Hamilton straight before we head into Abbey. Flat tire right-hander, fully flat tire, full commitment through there. As we come through turn 2, flat tire through here as well. Braking at turn 3 just after the 50 metre board or 100 metre board. Bring the car in nicely, kiss the apex, bring out wide on the exits, go through turn 4 and get good rotation through there. Back on the throttle so this car is straightened up. Nico a bit reluctant to go on the power there, maybe a bit too late to go on the power, but here we are coming towards Brooklands now. Taking the middle part of the route because it is a bit bumpy there, so you want to take the middle part as we come through Brooklands and Luffield. We go into 4th gear, went a bit wide through Brooklands, compromised into Luffield, but gets on the power once again, using all the track on the right hand side. Coming towards the old pit straight now as we make our way on this old pit straight, coming towards the flat tire right hander of Cops in 7th gear, as some people take it through 8th or 7th. Some people used to lift off, but not anymore because these cars can't go flat out. As we come through Maggins and Beckett, then fully flat out the first 2, gradually getting slower. As you can see there, dab on the brake, back on the power together. A small dab on the brake there for Nico as he exits turn 16 as we go towards the Hanger Straight. 2.7 in the middle sector there for Nico before we head into Stowe, where we see some plenty of good battles here in his past history as well. But Nico spinning to the corner, he lost the back end of the car and bails off into the pit lane.
Yeah, so far that lap by Nico was on for a brilliant lap, but he just lost it there. That's a bit unfortunate because he, like I said, he was having a very, very clean lap up until then, but he's decided to abandon that lap straight away. So there we go. Then MDJ is the first person to put a time on the board with 27.3, but Free Carb goes into first with that 26.9, and then Rising Star goes up to first with a 26.4. So obviously, as we normally see, these times would definitely be keep improving, of course.
Yeah, my prediction is to get inside the 25s, but we're quite a long way from that. Blue Rocket goes up into P2 in his Ferrari, picking up his first win at the Qatar Grand Prix with a fantastic drive with no penalties, as others behind him got penalties. There's 3 cars running together in traffic. I'm not quite sure who they are, but anyways, keep an eye on those 3, because we saw back in Abu Dhabi that Bahrain, Harry Kane and Draugen all used each other for a slipstream down the straight with Creecab as well. So there was 4 people going for a line lap together. And Fireblaze goes up into P1 then with a 26.3. And me and Laser told him to never come to England. Oh, God. We said don't come to England because things will get bad for you. But here he is then with a 26.3. Fireblaze, what a character indeed.
Yeah, you've obviously spoken to him. I haven't, of course. I'm just on board with Harry Kane at the moment. At the moment, it's a good lap by so far. Bear Remy, his teammate, is literally right behind him, and then Aston Martin as well is literally right behind them. I think that's Draugen actually. So these 3 guys are really close together at the moment, getting a slipstream from both of them getting slipstream from Harry Kane. But as we've seen by Harry Kane, he's not normally the person to get pole position. He normally is a lot better, of course, on race pace. But Harry Kane then, obviously, now coming up towards that start-finish straight, the Hamilton straight, as it's now called. Final corner then, how's it going to be for Harry Kane on his banker lap? It's going to be on the 6th place with a 26.4. I'm quite surprised there. Bear Remy going up to pole with a 26.2 at the moment. So Harry Kane doing some dream work there for his teammate Bear Remy. Of course, we've got that close championship fight at the moment between Noldus and Bear Remy for P3. Obviously, Harry Kane's already won this championship, so he's just out there for fun, but I'm sure he'll also be trying to help out his team. Well, by the looks of it, he's going to be really helping out his teammate today. So we'll keep an eye out for Harry Kane and obviously helping out his teammate, because I'm sure he would really want to have a strong finish for his teammate, of course. That'd be a good season for Red Bull, of course, 1 and 3, and obviously they've already claimed that constructors title because they're only 106 points ahead of McLaren. So a very successful season, especially for Harry Kane. I think he's won 11 Grand Prix. I think he has now. So yeah, it's been a really, really successful season for Harry Kane, and it's definitely for himself. And for his sake, one that he will definitely not forget.
Definitely indeed. He had 5 wins last season. It was a very competitive championship last season. It went down to the wire here in Silverstone with MDJ, with Harry Kane winning out because MDJ did not take part at the British GP last season. But here for Harry Kane, on paper, you think, oh, he's dominated. But in the races on stream, he hasn't exactly dominated. He's always had to put up against a few threats as well. But being the most consistent and knowing when to attack and defend at the same time, your tactics through the races as well, your timing, that's what's worked out for him so far, and he's been very clever and methodical the way he goes through league racing is Harry Kane. Nico coming towards the middle sector now, 2.7, remember on his first lap, had a bit of a wobble on going out of Stowe as he opens the DRS then, to reach his speed about 330 kilometers an hour. Good evening, Martin, how you doing, mate? This time takes it nice through Stowe as he uses a little bit of battery he has left, coming towards the final 3 corners now, and here we are, then bounced over the curb is Nico as he tries to use all the curb to maximise the track. Here is Nico coming towards the line. It's going to be a 26.2 and he's only 900ths away from Remy in first place there. That's very close. Draugen, outstanding performance so far for the man in P2. The man who has been struggling in the last few races. His best result came at Qatar when he won the Grand Prix. What a fantastic race that was in Qatar last season when he defended from Harry Kane, and he's picked up a few podiums as well during that season together. But here he was so close to a podium this season, back at the Dutch GP when he made his return, but Laser just fended off the Norwegian there. But so far looking good for OWR, Draugen in second place, and Aston Martin too for P2 and P3. Here comes Laser now coming towards Stowe in 6th gear. Let's see what he has left in his pocket. He's only had 1 win this season. That was back on the Hungarian Grand Prix when the conditions completely changed around and benefit to the people, the Inters. Here comes Laser now coming towards the line. What can he do? It's a 26.2. And that's more people inside the 26s. Great lap time indeed there for Laser. And also, Owen, we've got some breaking news, haven't we? Because Red Bull announced that Sergio Perez will be leaving at the end of this year. Perez is out of Formula 1, and Liam Lawson or Yuki Tsunoda could take up the second spot.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, Isaac Hadjar is coming into Formula 1 as well. Obviously, he's going to be taking one of those V-carbs seat, obviously, like you said, between Yuki Tsunoda or Liam Lawson. By the sounds of it at the moment, it is going to be Liam Lawson. I think it really shouldn't be, and it should be more of Yuki Tsunoda to take that Red Bull seat. Mainly being he's got more experience, and at the moment he has been outperforming Liam Lawson recently as well. So I do actually prefer to see Yuki Tsunoda in that seat. He's a likable character. Obviously, he is tiny, of course, but apart from that,
Did you say tiny?
He is tiny.
Oh.
I would like to see him in that Red Bull seat, Yuki Tsunoda, because I think he could be very feisty, especially towards his teammate of Max Verstappen. So, but well, I'm sure we'll hear some in the next coming days. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
AMS Bobby goes towards the top of the time machines looking for redemption, because if you remember at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, he was dominating that race until that late safety car came out, which puts him at a disadvantage because he got a 10-second penalty for speed under the safety car. And apparently it didn't pop up that a safety car came out for him, so really unlucky for Bobby. Also at the Japanese Grand Prix, when he was in Ferrari with Kanaib, he was also up there, but unfortunately his internet went. So third time lucky for Bobby. It's a 26.1 for the Sauber driver so far, and it could be a very competitive lap time indeed. We've got MDJ making his way towards the final three corners. Tyres will be very hot at that stage, and it's easy to lose back in the car. Here comes MDJ towards the line. It's P18 only for the Dutchman, and 5 thousandths away from Nico Langfeld in P17 there.
The star goes up to second position with the 6.1 from him. What are you laughing at?
I'm surprised you didn't hear what I said. You don't hear what I said?
What did you say? No.
I said he's 5 thousandths behind Nico Langfeld in 17th. That's what I said.
Oh, I get it now. Yes. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, I don't know if it's been in general chat or not in Discord, but Langfeld is now being called Nico. Main reason being Nico Hulkenberg hasn't had a podium exactly what Langfeld is like, unfortunately, this season, and to be honest, he don't mind us calling him Nico, but yeah, that's been the oncoming joke of this week of Langfeld not getting a podium this season. But you never know; there's still one race left, and it might change today. We'll see.
Yeah, indeed, Hazara. A Blue Rocket goes towards the top now. It's a 26.1 from the Ferrari driver. Blistering pace again from the Spaniard. And it's so close between the top three there. Barely separated by 700ths of a second. One more driver to add to the equation, which is Hazara headed through Magnus and Beckers and Chapel now. Let's see what his middle sector is like. A 2.5. What I've seen so far in the middle sector, a 2.5 is decent. So let's see if Hazara could continue this great lap time as we make our way now towards Stowe in 6th gear as we exit the corner. He validates on the exit, does Hazara, and he has to bail out, and in the pit lane he goes for one more run only for Hazara then, so we'll see. Creecap in P14 did a fantastic job at I think it was the Las Vegas Grand Prix. He finished in P5 for Sauber, and here he is on the middle straight, or back straight, sorry, coming towards Stowe. He is a tenth and a bit up in the middle sector. Can he find a bit more time? Can Creecap doing a good job for Sauber so far? Slow starts the season for him, especially back in Las Vegas when he dropped down the order. But here he is there, Creecap coming towards the line now. It's going to be a 26.5 and only P30 for him. And IRS Florian, we mentioned as well last week at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, made his debut, and he looked like he was a highly contender for the victory, but unfortunately the medium compound tyres just dropped away towards the end, and therefore he had no pace left to try and catch up towards the top four. Hurricane was the one that won the Grand Prix. It was supposed to be Josip, but unfortunately for Josip, Harry Kane got his 3-second time penalty removed after getting it in the pit lanes. So that's what promoted Harry Kane back up to P1. And he won 11 races this season, matched with likes of Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, and Michael Schumacher back then. So what an incredible start there for Harry Kane. Going for 12 wins this season. Can he get it? The most out of anybody so far in SFR history.
Rising start. He is currently improving. He's about a tenth and a half up. He could be the first one to come into the 1 minute 25s. First person to go into the 1 minute 25s. He really does pounce over that chicane there, though, so he might have lost a bit of time. Is he going to get into 1 minute 25s? No, he's lost all that time in sector 3. He was about tenth and a half up on his time in sector 2, but he's lost all of it of that in sector 3. So there's still no one in that 1 minute 25s, but now. About 3.5 minutes left of this session to go, so these guys will now be starting to get prepared for that final lap of the season, of course. But yeah, we'll see if anyone can get into those 1 minute 25s.
Indeed, then I predicted the low 25, but that's not going to happen. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session. Then we've got Jensen out there for a fly. Look, they struggled back at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, struggling with qualifying, but still finished at the top 4, did Jensen in the last race. He kept up with Harry Kane, stayed with him until the final few stages of the Grand Prix, and Jensen, who finished in P6 behind Laser as well. Jensen, who's been unlucky this season, had a few scares here and there, but hopefully can refine his form, because this is not the best Jensen we've seen so far. We know there's a different Jensen than this, and once he shows who he really is, he'll be a real contender to be up there with the rest of the guys. It's just finding the piecing the things together. It's the same with Haas all season, really. Division 2, they had a struggle fest in season Division 2, but Division 3 they absolutely dominated. So contrast of fortunes there for Haas in Div 3, Div 2 and Div 1, being champions in Division 3, falling backwards in Division 2 and Division 1, because they're currently last in the championship on Haas. Jensen now coming towards the final 3 corner, kissing the apex there, just gingerly getting on the throttle before we can break traction. Here he is on the final corner. Let's see, can Jensen take pole? Yes, he can. It's a 26.033 for Jensen, and that was a rapid lap time indeed. Can anybody out there to stop him? We've got Laser go for a flying lap as well, heading down towards turn 1. We've got Nordus going towards the end of the Copstead as we make our way flat out to this right-hander. Nordus, his main target tonight is Biremi. His championship rival is up into P6 behind Kaname. Can Nordus slot himself amongst Biremi or get close to him? Here we are, swooping through Magnus and Beckenstein in 7th gear, slight downshift into the next corner, and it's only a lift-off as well, not even a dab on the brake there. Tells you the speed of these cars these days. 2.7 in the sector there for Nordis. He's currently attended a bit up, is a Norwegian driver, as Henrik makes his way towards Stone now. Look at that, carrying so much speed through Stone, just bailing the brakes there, just to get on the throttle as soon as he exit the corner, as I go back on board with him. Misses the apex slightly towards turn 17 there, but as we make our way out of the final 3 corners, where can Nordus put his Mercedes as he crosses the line? It's P3 at 26.1. What a lap time there for Nordus. He found all that time in the last sector, and majority of people, Laser has invalidated his lap time too, but Owen, majority of drivers are out there ready to go for the final laps.
Yeah, at the moment it is really close in qualifying. I mean, the top 16 are separated by just under a second at the moment. Obviously, there's a lot of 1s, there's a lot of 2s, a couple of 3s, and a couple of 4s as well. So you improve if you do a 26.4 like Harry Kane has done, and you improve by 2/10. Then you could go far up, just like Nordus did. His previous lap was a 26.4, and he was down in P13. Improved by about 2/3, gone up to P3. That's how close it is in qualifying at the moment. Jensen's retired in the pits. He won't be able to have time to improve and maybe get into that 1:25. But that lap from Jensen is a very good lap. And already this just makes me excited for next season. You got the likes of Blue Rocket, Jensen, Rising Star, Kaname, maybe even Draugen, and maybe even Nolders. I don't know. Maybe Nolders could be all up there for that championship fight next season. Obviously, that depends if they all stay, of course. But yeah, this is already just making me a little bit more excited just for next season from all this. Because at the moment, as you can see, Harry Kane down in P13. I know all these guys are now on a lap now. But yeah, this is turning out to be a very good season for next season, of course.
Indeed, here comes Nico out of 3 corners. Can he put his Aston Martin pole? He crosses the line, and it is! It's a 25.9, the first driver on pole in the 25s. What an incredible lap time, but there's still many more competitors out there yet to cross the line there, so we'll see. Noldus is back in the pit lane there. We just know he completes a lap time, and he retires the session. Jensen retires as well. No, we need to save. We've got Blue Rocket out there in the Ferrari, making his way towards Magnus and Beckett. What can the Spaniard do after great races in the last few races as well? Here he is, they drifted to the corners as the 2 Red Bulls in front of us give each other a tow, as Blue Rocket is only 1100s up in the middle sector. Kaname goes up into P2 with a 25.9. The Williams of Fireblaze goes up into P4 with a 26.0. Here comes the kick Sauber now. Cross the line, it's Amos Bobby. Bobby is on pole with a 25.8. What an incredible lap time there for Bobby, looking for redemption. Biremi out qualifies Harry Kane. Up into P3 he goes. Here comes Blue Rocket now towards the line. It's going to be P6. Look at that, just behind his teammate too by only a few hundredths of a second. Rising Star is still yet to cross the line. There he is to the Haas, but unfortunately he's a few hundreds down in the middle sector. But can he make up the time in the last sector? We're about to find out, because he collapsed the curve, remember, on his last lap. So here we are, heading through Vale now. Turn 16, just kisses the apex, uses a bit of curve there to ride over as we make our way nicely out on the final 3 corners. Where is Rising Star going to go in the Haas? He goes or stays into P10, and that's qualified, done and dusted. It's Amos Bobby, the young Brit, who's on pole here in Silverstone, ahead of Nico the German, And the two Norwegians of Remy and Harry Kane. What a qualifying session that was, and I can't wait to see how this race goes. Very competitive lap times indeed for one of these drivers. And season 17, if it stays like this grid, then it's going to be an absolute mega season with multiple people challenging for the wins and championships. I cannot wait. But first of all, let's get this last race done and dusted here in Silverstone. Oh my goodness, look at that. Remy and Nico have set the exact same lap time. And look at the gap from like first all the way down to what? P13 separates about under 5 tenths, but there it is. Bobby on pole ahead of Nico. Remy sets the same time as him. Kane in P4, Kanemi P5, Rocket in 6, Jensen, Fireplace, Nordis, Rising Star, Laser, Dragon, Florian into P12, Creecab, disappointing 14, Modus in 15th head of Langfeld, Danny Boy, MDJ and Hazara, who will start in last place. MDJ versus Hazara, that always brings back some good memories as well. Two former championship rivals, of course, but we'll see then. What can Hazara do for the back of the grid? Because remember last time he started last, finished in first in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that was a good race from Hazara. We normally see Gogs do this strategy where he doesn't qualify, but I think this time Hazara did decide to do qualify and he just kept on invalidating, so that's why he's down in last position. Currently cloudy in the great British weather.
And raining in real life.
Yes, exactly. I was about to say that. It's raining here as well. But yeah, like you say, I know that we've still got one race to go, but this season 17 is going to be epic. I really hope most of these guys in Division 1 really do sign up, because as you saw in qualifying there, half a second between first and 13th. All 13 of them, well, all these guys in Division 1 could take a win next season. I think Harry Kane has got more of a challenge coming up next season. Obviously, that depends on who is signing up, of course. But at the moment, there's no one in Division 1 that said that this is going to be their final race. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And obviously, there is rumours at the moment going on that they are opening a new Division 4. This is going to be, of course. So because of that, I believe that some of these drivers might be going down to Division 2. But we'll have to see. Obviously, we've still got over a month yet until we get underway for the new season. I think it starts on 20th of January. The new season starts. But yeah, no, it's been a brilliant season, Jamie. Been alongside you for 22 races out of the 24. Obviously, we both missed Mexico. You were, of course, racing, and then I had personal issues, and then obviously I wasn't there last week because I decided to race. But yeah, no, it's been a great season, Jamie. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have.
Your first appearance in Div 1 last week since season 14.
Yes.
So, Madsa, I was a part-time commentator in season 14. I was the main or the co-coms, and I didn't actually realise that you were actually in Div 1 that season. Maybe I paid too much attention towards the front there with Remy in the Ferrari, DJ the Williams and Harry Kane in the Red Bull. But yeah, you participated in season 14 in Division 1, and you made your appearance back in Abu Dhabi. How did you find fighting with the likes of Remy and Nordis at the time? I enjoyed
it. Yeah, I was quite surprised of that Bear Remy wasn't able to pull away from me in obviously last week in Abu Dhabi. But I think it kind of helped that I was able to stay with Bear Remy, because obviously I wouldn't have been in that battle with Nordis, and I can't remember who else it was. But if Bear Remy was able to pull that 1 second gap, obviously the DRS really helped me to keep with Bear Remy and keep me with that battle. I finished 11th in the end, because obviously Nordis and somebody else had a penalty, 3 second penalty, so I finished 11th in the end. So it was a decent race from my end. And to be honest, I quite enjoyed it. But yeah, you can really tell the difference between Division 2 and Division 1. Obviously, I'm the champion of Division 2, and I was not even able to get into the top 10 in Division 1. So you can really tell the difference between these guys and obviously Division 2 throughout the season. But obviously, with the rumours opening up about a new division, I'm expecting Division 2 and Division 1 to be a little bit closer between pace. Between the two divisions. We'll have to find out obviously when season 17 gets underway, but formation lap about to get underway.
And my final words to you before this race starts. So since the Bahrain Grand Prix, I've been knowing of each other. We didn't really speak to each other at all before the Bahrain Grand Prix. I knew who you was, and you've been around for a long, long time. I think you knew who I was as well back then. And just want to say, mate, from the first race of the season in Bahrain to now, it's been one of the best partnerships I've had for a long, long time. I've thoroughly enjoyed every single race this season, being alongside you, and also with your knowledge and your expertise, even after having some bad races in Division 2, because the next day you got commentary. You've always kept the same manner of professionalism, and you've always managed to do an incredible job of commentary too. Your insights, your knowledge, your entertainment, just everything you've done for this season has been amazing. Not just me, I don't want all the credit to be on the commentators, even though I have turned up, but Owen Madsen as well, give credit to him, because he's been an absolute legend here as well, helping me and giving us some best entertainment when the stream's been going and with the races. So Owen, mate, I just want to say thank you so much as a friend, because you've been there since the beginning, been very supportive, and you've stuck with me for the whole season. So Owen, thank you very much, mate. You're an absolute legend, and I can't wait to be back with you. You've done a lot more than I could ask.
Thanks, mate. It sounded a bit like you actually wrote that up for me.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I just bit it in my head.
Yeah, no, like you said, ever since Bahrain, it was exactly the same. Like I didn't have it. I know you thought I knew who you were, and to be honest with you, I had no idea who you were at all.
Ouch.
I was sorry. I was actually quite. Well, yeah, quite nervous the first race of the season. Talking to a random stranger I've never spoke to before. But yeah, no, our partnership has been really good, and hopefully, depending on where we are next season, we can carry on with that. But obviously, we'll have to find out, see what happens, and hopefully, like I said, we'll be together again next season.
Yeah, mate, I hope so, because I've really enjoyed it, better than expected. I was a bit nervous meeting you. Being alongside you for the first race of the season, but after that, just got settled in, and I've really enjoyed it from then to now. Here are the lights for the final race of the season, and we're going to get underway shortly. We are underway for the British GP for the final race of the season. Bobby gets a good start, stays ahead of Nico. The two Red Bulls are about to go side by side. Here comes Nico on the inside, a bit of ghost in there between Nico and Bobby as we head down towards turn 3. Canadians ahead of Blue Rocket as the two Ferraris swap away. But there's a spin, and the kickstart has been spawned because of internet connection issues. Nico now takes the lead of the Grand Prix, unfortunately, but that's down to internet, and there's a few more people swapping places there. Fireblades versus Jensen. The kickstarter has rejoined down in 7th place, fighting with Nordis as he's currently a solid car once again. Bear Remy is up into P2 ahead of Blue Rocket. Hurricane is in P4. This needs to be a very good race for Bear Remy. He can't afford any mistakes, and here comes Rising Star. And OWO Jargon go wheel to wheel as Bobby's looking to take back 6th place there from Fireblaze. Here we are side by side with Fireblaze and Bobby as we head down towards Cops. Laser has overtaken Florian, who's had a dreadful start so far, and the Sauber keeps ghosting his side people, so unfortunately he has got internet connection issues. Lag spike everywhere for the kickstart of AMS Bobby. But look at this, all the guys pushed up as Laser and Florian are still scrapping away there. Magnus and Beckett, a bit of a tap there from the back of Florian on Laser, as here we are down the main straight we go then. Hurricane is right behind Blue Rocket. Look at all these cars in one picture, just going through into Stowe we go. Knaves up the inside of Nordis, but the door is shut in his face, so he can't go anywhere and has to stay behind for the time being. But what a first lap this has been. Contact already, and there comes AMS Bobby around the outside of Jensen again towards the final corner. Alex Albon and Kevin Magnussen crashed there back in 2020 as Bobby or Jensen just stays in front of the Sauber for the time being. And the Sauber being very aggressive after losing places, but hopefully his internet is sorted out as we go down towards turn 3. Here comes the Ferrari Canadian up the inside. A late move. Does he make a stick? He does. Goes a bit wide, but Nordis hits the back of him. Canadian goes wide now. It's a continued effect with the OWO Jargon right behind. But here we go. Into Brooklyn, into Wellington straight we go. No moves being made so far for these drivers. Relatively clean so far the first lap, other than that Bobby and Nico incident.
Yeah, like I normally do, right at the back of the grid. I was with Hazara. Bobby has retired. Bobby's gone. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's not even on the mini map. So I don't exactly know what happened there. But like I was saying, I was on board with Hazara. Hazara made an excellent start. Go up to P16, P15, somewhere out long run around that. around there. Excellent start from him, and he's now up to P12. So at the moment, that's the first challenge. It's looking good for him. As Krikard down in 18th had really bogged down at the beginning. He didn't go at all when the lights went out, and he lost about 3 positions while he basically went to last place as MDJ and Florian swapping positions in that V-carb. Laser gets our 3-second penalty. That's the third penalty of the day. He won't be the first one. Hazara was also chasing down Laser at the moment. But at the moment, Bear Remy, very good start from him, and he's up position he wants to be to take that third place in the championship. But Harry Kane is right behind Blue Rocket. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not, of course. He's making it sensible, like we normally see from Harry Kane, a very sensible driver. He really does think about when he's going to overtake and where he should overtake. That's how Harry Kane has been all race, and he's always been there at the end of the race, taking advantage of where he should be at the end of the race, really. But clean starter so far, obviously, with Bobby. He had internet problems, and a bit unfortunate for Bobby. He was going to be there for the end of the race, but this race, no one's pulling away at the moment, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it is indeed. Bear Remy is looking for his first podium since the Canadian Grand Prix when he won it. Bear Remy would love to get a podium after all his bad luck in the last few races, getting caught up in incidents and having no pace. But here in Silverstone, a complete contrast for Bear Remy, and he's got the Ferrari right behind him too. His old team of Ferrari is right behind. Here comes Remy now for the lead of the Grand Prix on Nico, and I presume Blue Rocky will follow too. Here he is, 3 abreast, into Stone we go, and Nico trying to hold him on the outside. Blue Rocky then side by side with Remy as we continue our fight down towards 16. They went 3 abreast, and here comes Fireblaze and Caname go wheel to wheel now. In the background they go. It's getting so tight there, but here comes Nordus who fancies a move around the outside, but bails out that one of course because it's too tight to go through there side by side. But now Remy is in the lead of the Grand Prix. These guys will be constantly swapping DRS all the time. They'll be jumping up the field quite a lot, so you see a lot of people swapping DRS a lot in this race, try and stay ahead of the other and make their strategy work. But Remy's now leading the Grand Prix. Rising Star is ahead of Jalgood, he puts himself into P9. There they are. The two go wheel to wheel as Rising Star gets a better exit. Also took a podium to Rising Star back at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix as well. Great job from him. Here's the Haas on the inside. That's Jensen on Harry Kane. They go wheel to wheel. Harry Kane goes a bit deep, and Jensen is going to go around the outside into Brooklands. Can he make it stick? The side by side again. And now let's see who wins out of this battle. Who is going to yield as we head toward Cops? Are they going to keep it flat out? Going towards side by side. Here we are. Then the two of them go wheel to wheel. In Cops we go. Jensen, massive understeer, goes off the track, and Harry Kane stays in P4. They're not giving up whatsoever, is Mr. Harry Kane. That was great defending there. Jensen endured too much understeer in the front of that Haas car.
Yeah, good battle there from Jensen and Harry Kane. A bit argy-bargy, but that's fine. We normally get that in racing already. As Nico now is going to have a look at Blue Rocket. Blue Rocket's going to go down the outside. 3 wide again between the two. There's a bit of contact with Bear Remy, but Bear Remy is able to get away with it now as Nico and Blue Rocket going side by side. Blue Rocket now takes that lead, but at the moment 3 wide. So at the moment, last 2 laps is going to be a good one indeed. As Bear Remy and Harry Kane are now together. I don't know what their team or orders are going to be today. Obviously, like I said, Harry Kane is just there to enjoy it. Bear Remy is there to take that P3 position spot in the championship at the moment. Aldous is down in P8 at the moment, but he's still in this with this leading pack, and this leading pack is going all the way down to OWR Dragon in P12. So massive train at the moment as we've got a Ferrari of Caname trying to get past Fireblaze. Canadian get better exit, but Fireblaze has used a little bit more ERS to defend that at the moment. So at the moment, Canadian's what's left of the session. So that's unfortunate there for Canadian. Now he's going to lose all these positions. That's really unfortunate there for Canadian when that happens. But yeah. So that's now the top 11 are going to be really close to each other. Laser, of course, right at the back of this field, right at the back of the pack. Doesn't seem to be as feisty. I think he's got really nothing to fight for, really. He's just out there for fun. I think most of these guys are out there for fun, really. Just to see if they can prove themselves. Obviously, the guys that have not really been in that championship fight this season, they're just kind of here to enjoy it and see what kind of games and entertainment they can put on for next season as Blue Rocket and Nico once again swap positions. I think we're going to see that most laps down at Hangar Straight. I was expecting more Mercer moves going down towards the Hangar Straight, and at the moment that's exactly what we're doing. I think most of the moves have been down in the Hangar Straight. I think we've seen a couple of overtakes down towards Pops. But yeah, still Nico now in the lead with Blue Rocket in second. Hazara good making progress. He's now up to P9.
Wow, incredible. From P90 to P9 in 6 laps. Hazara is making his way surely, and he's right behind Rising Star as well. So competition getting further up is a bit higher, and we'll see, can Hazara challenge these guys for the leader Grand Prix? DRS enabled for Blue Rocket. How will he play this out? Will he stay in second place, or will he try and go for the lead going down towards Stoke? Because that's what you want to do in the first stint. You just want to settle behind each other in the first stint before you go on to the second strategy and put on a set of hard compound tyres, and that's when the racing action will begin as well. So it's all about following each other in the first stint. Sometimes as commentators and spectators it can be a bit boring, but it's all about racing. They don't care about entertainment. They just want to go what's the best, what they think is the best for them. As we'll see then how Red Bull can play out third and fourth as well, because Norris is not too far behind. So BMW's main target is to try and keep Norris behind him at all times, making sure that BMW does not get caught up in contact like he did on the last lap when he got sandwiched in between the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. But here we are with the DRS enabled once again, and the guys further behind in the DRS train, unable to make a move as we head down towards Stowe once again. What about Hazara? Is he close to Black Horizon Star? He's not, so he is going to stay behind him once again. But it's going to be a massive DRS train now from first all the way down to 11th place, with OWR Jargon just on the back of this DRS trade. It's a shame we see this happen in these trades, but unfortunately it's part of racing. And Jensen, they're looking very racy. Hazara has set the fast lap of the Grand Prix as Jensen starts to put pressure on the big man Harry Kane right in front of him as we head down towards turn 3 then. Harry Kane, he's been in this situation plenty of times. He's very good at coping with pressure from behind, and every single time he's been under pressure, he's always managed to remain calm as well. You barely see Harry Kane make any mistakes, but Jensen is right behind him now. So let's see if there's going to be any swap for positions as we head down towards Brooklyn as we go. Notice a Rising Star in the background going side by side. That's Hazara, who overtakes Rising Star. And now Hazara puts himself into P8. And let's see, can Hazara charge forward and be a threat to the lead of the Grand Prix?
Yeah, by the looks of it again, Hazara is looking to take that win. And at the moment, Hazara has definitely got the pace for that. But these guys in this leading pack at the moment, like I said, top 11 are all equal on pace. I think we're going to start seeing these guys spread out a little bit when they come in to obviously make their one and only stop, or one and only scheduled stop, as Hazara now up to P7. Blue Rocket and Nico once again swap positions. Jensen and Harry Kane go side by side. Jensen has got that move done on Harry Kane, but I don't. Again, with Harry Kane, he's just gonna he won't mind that. He just stays calm as much as he can. We've seen that with him throughout the season. He's not. He's aggressive when he needs to be. I've got to say that, but he's also calm and relaxed when he needs to be as well. So he knows when to get these overtakes done at a certain point in time. That's how he's won this championship. He's just been really consistent this season, and now Jensen is now going to try and get that moved on Bear Remy now up to that P3 position. He's going to go into the inside line, and he does get that move done. Quite simple overtake, to be fair. And now Jensen now up to P3. So Jensen is going to, by the looks of it, is going to be trying to look to take that first position spot and see if he can pull away. But at the moment, it don't look like it's going to be very easy to pull away, especially with that DRS. Very powerful on this game, of course. As Jensen has gone wide there, he might have picked up a warning for that, unfortunately. But Jensen is still in 1 second of Nico, so that's the main thing. 3-second penalty for Marinesi in that McLaren. So there's no Pocket Valley guy in today as well. Langfall as well also picking up that penalty. So Pocket Valley guy, thank you for participating this season. It's been a privilege commentating on you, and hopefully we'll see you again next season.
Yeah, indeed. Pocky Valley guy who had one win back at the Imola Grand Prix, made his debut in Zandvoort, and showed us some great race action as well with his teammates. So thank you, Pocky Valley guy. Also, I only just noticed that Pocky Van der Guy is Norwegian and not British. So I thought he was British the whole time because he did tell me he was English. But yeah, Pocky Van der Guy, telling Porkis about that one. Him and Harry Kane have had a long history together in the past few seasons. That's why they've seen him every time they're close on track. Harry Kane and Pocky Van der Guy, it's always intense because they've had a long history. But look at that in the background. Looks like one of the Mercedes is struggling at the corners. That looks like it's Nodus, who's under pressure from rising star behind us as we head down towards Brooklyn. But Jensen, crucially now, he's forcing his way up the ladder near the front. Has got overtaken both Red Bulls. I'm surprised that Red Bull haven't put up much of a defence. Oh, massive snap! A massive snap for Nico. Luffield and Blue Rocket. He's going to power his way past into first place again as he puts himself back in the lead of the Grand Prix as we head down towards Cops there. That's a massive snap. That's where Sebastian Vettel spun in 2021 and he's fallen down into P2 then. So back where he is, keep calm, keep composed and try and get forward again because Blue Rocket he's got the DRS at the back of Blue Rocket. So we can't really overtake him. Here we are then. Jensen might fancy a bit of an action as well with Remy. Look at this. All these guys bunched up behind. Nico retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. And here comes Jensen side by side with the Ferrari, but can't get alongside enough to go wheel to wheel. And he has to stay in P3. But Jensen is definitely looking racing here tonight. He's definitely got some pace in that Haas. We've seen him struggle, but Remy is missing his apexes. So we can be very careful now. Going out wide is Remy. He's got Hazara in the Mercedes right behind him. He's got Harry Kane right behind him. Hazara is charging through like a hot knife through butter. B19 up into P6 and challenging for the lead of the Grand Prix. Next target is Harry Kane. Remember, those two had a fantastic battle back in the British GP last season. Hazara overtook Harry Kane on the last lap as Matthias went for a late lunge down just on turn 16 but couldn't quite make it stick and he had to settle for P2 that day, becoming the SFR new champion after Laser. Here we are then down into Brooklyn as we go. No moves being made so far, but as you can see, Jensen is definitely putting the pressure on and be definitely forced to move soon. But Remy again looks like he's struggling out of Luffield, so maybe not the race pace he has. Those being compound tyres don't look good for him, and that's been his bane so far, his kryptonite, because he's just able to keep up long durability wise with the rest of the drivers who are on older tyres as well.
Yeah, exactly that. So we've seen it throughout the whole season, to be fair, where Harry Kane has definitely been the faster man throughout the whole season. But with Remy, it seems like he obviously we've seen him made a mistake last week in Abu Dhabi, but that seems like he's had a bit of problems doing that throughout the whole season. Really, he's not been consistent as Harry Kane. But he has got the pace to, obviously, like we're seeing right now, he has got the pace to stay in a leading pack. He has got the pace to win races. He has got the pace to get podiums. We've seen him get podiums a couple of times. He got his first win this season as well. But obviously, Remy did. So, yeah, obviously, I think Harry Kane has definitely been a massive help to Remy's pace this season. And we've seen his pace improving throughout the whole season. To be fair to him, but yeah, Remy, hopefully he'll be back again next season and put us on another good showing from himself, and hope maybe even for his sake put in a championship battle. Maybe, we never know. As Blue Rocket and Nico again go side by side, as these two are really just swapping positions at the moment. Between these two are, which doesn't really give a chance with the guys behind to obviously get involved in this top two battle at the moment, because obviously they've just stuck in a DRS train, so it's quite difficult to get involved. But when you are involved, you need to take full advantage of it, because again, it might cost you to get that race win. As these guys it's starting to get a little bit close to that. Blue Rocket's gone wide for that scheduled pit stop. I don't exactly know when it is, but it's going to be going three wide. Contact between Jensen and Nico. Nico tried to overtake Blue Rocket. He didn't realise he was there, so they're going to give Remy the opportunity to go side by side with Jensen. Jensen had nearly had a look at Nico. Nico locks up though, but Nico was able to keep it under control. These guys, no position swap just yet on that hanger straight. As
Oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, I'm going to say that Nico looks like he just turned off his DRS there. Wasn't wanting to go for a move on Blue Rocket, but Jensen tried to force him. Then obviously Nico got forced into a move, and they made contact on the straight. No damage done between those guys. Here we are then on the straight once again with Nico under massive pressure from Jensen, who's looking very racy hits. That MDJ has pitted onto a set of medium compound tyres. He went from soft to mediums. 10 laps is quite handy on a set of soft compound tyres. So let's see what his reward is after that. But here we are at Luffield again. Which one of these guys are going to pit first and trigger the undercut? Let's see. Maybe the guys lower end of the train, because when you're at the lower end of the train, you just can't move forward. You're just following this train on the whole race. So you might as well do something different. Go for an undercut and see what happens. Yes, you may be on older tyres, but it's high risk versus high reward, really. And here we are through Maggis and Beckett once again. Can Jensen this time overtake Nico on Blue Rocket as the DRS enable for all these guys except Blue Rocket? Here comes Nico for the lead. Here comes Jensen this time cleanly on Blue Rocket. And here comes Mercedes and Hazara up the inside of Hurricane to go wheel to wheel into Stowe we go. Hazara almost lost the car, and it looks like Fireblaze has got through again. Fireblaze is now up the inside, but he backs out. And here comes Remy on Blue Rocket, but he can't quite make a move here. These pit stops will be starting to happen soon. I can see all these guys are starting to struggle on their medium compound tyres, so expect these guys to have a loss of grip around about now. These guys are just surviving in this DRS train before they pit on to the hard compound tyres. I cannot wait for the end of the Grand Prix, because it's going to be a thriller in the background. Fireblaze outbreaks himself, and here comes Notice now. The two going wheel to wheel into turn 3, and these two are on their pole with each other. And what an amazing time we had last night as well. All 5 of us in the pole. Me, Fireblaze, Notice, Laser, and a guy called Milan. It was such a funny time at the party. You should have been there. It was last on the whole night. But anyways, Fireblaze is down as a P10 now after losing places as Laser and Rising Star got past. But yeah, great banter between all of us. It was such an amazing night, Owen. It was so funny. We couldn't stop laughing the whole night. All 5 of us.
Yeah, I've just spotted as well. I don't know if you saw it. Fireblaze has actually got some wing damage. I don't know where he's picked that up from, but yeah, I think that's why Fireblaze has lost a couple of positions now. Obviously, it's a high downforce track, so because of that, it's going to be high speed track, let's say. So because of that, he's going to lose quite a lot of time, especially in those especially in Maggot.
Oh,
gone through there is Jensen has now taken that lead off of Nico, but Nico is going to try and look a little bit back, so Jensen has forced to go into that inside line to go defensive. Nico has gone round the outside, and then it becomes the inside line and gets that move done once again on Jensen. Blue Rocket tried to have a little look at Jensen as well, but he couldn't really do much. So yeah, good overtake right there by Nico, and I suppose good defending really to stay there. But here comes Jensen again, trying to have a look at Nico. Where is Jensen? There he is on the outside of Nico. So again, he's going to have the better speed, better traction, and also has a DRS, so he's going to take advantage of that. Blue Rocket, because of that, it might give Blue Rocket the opportunity, but no, that doesn't happen. So Jensen, I think for the first time in this race, has now taken the lead.
Wow, what an incredible battle. The top 11, all separated by barely anything, all go for broke here for P1, all get their elbows out, move themselves up the order before the pit stops, because the pit stops should be starting to happen right about now, and it should be the mediums to sauce, I think, for this strategy. But Jensen then is finally in the lead of the Grand Prix, hasn't won a race yet this season, got compromised in USA when the late safety car came out, and they passed the pit lane entry, therefore caught to the safety car. So did Laser too. What a dismal race that was for both of them. But here we are then, Nico. Here comes the Hassan Rise to start on Norris. Here comes Nico on Jensen. Bit of wheel back in there between those two, bit of conflict there. But here comes Hazara around the outside, goes a bit wide, and Hurricane says thank you very much, I'll stay in P5. In the pit lane comes Remy. In the pit lane comes Hazara, and McLaren driver of Laser 2. So there are your first pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going to kick off now. Watch out for this stage of the Grand Prix. The second half will be entertaining and thrilling. I cannot wait to see who comes out top of this.
Yeah, so basically half of the field, this leading battle has come into the pits to, I'm guessing, they look like, it's a soft medium strategy around here. That's a very rare occasion to see, especially around here as well. So it's a soft medium strategy by the looks of it for the first time in I don't know how long. So these guys now who are in this leading pack has to cover these guys who have just stopped to stay in this battle for the stay in the battle of the leading pack.
Burmeister says hi in the chat. Hello, Burmeister. You and your former Div 2 championship, you two showed very good class to reach towards each other the whole season, and it was one of the best championship battles I've seen so far. Here, look at Jensen side by side. Here we are, into Cops we go. The Ferrari has the inside line. Jensen trying to stick around the outside, but doesn't have the grip to do so, especially on the older medium compound tyres, and Blue Rocky just stays in front there of Jensen. But Burmeister, welcome mate, nice to see you. And in season 14 as well, back in the British GP, you almost scored a podium here, but look at this. Blue Rocky is under massive pressure now. Jensen with the DRS enabled, but there's Hurricane too, as we all have DRS on the back of Nico. We're going down towards Cops, and let's see what's going to happen in this corner. Hurricane on the inside of Jensen going towards Stowe, but any of these guys going to pit? Yes, they are going to pit. Blue Rocket and Nico are in the pit lane then.
Oh, Jensen nearly lost it. I can't remember what that corner was called, but he was literally sideways, drifting through that Vale, through that, so he's lost a bit of time to Harry Kane. Obviously he's just not gone over a second, so he's okay, but let's see where these guys come out compared to the guys who stopped on a previous lap. I think this is of course the longest pit lane in F1, of course, because you really do enter at Vale. Fucking hell. Oh, pardon my language. But yes, it's the longest pit lane in this game. I think it's only 37 miles per hour as well, 37 miles per hour, so it is really slow. As Laser has actually got past these guys of Nico, Blue Rocket, and Draugen. So it seems like the undercut is definitely really powerful around here. Name obviously hasn't stopped yet, but he's actually going to have a little look at Bear Remy. Bear Remy has actually had to go around the outside. There's contact between Kaname and Bear Remy, but no damage done, as now Laser has forced himself to go around on the inside of Kaname. So Kaname with those tyres, he's going to be suffering to keep those guys behind. As the lead in Pat Jensen, Harry Kane has swapped positions, so Jensen now in the lead. I'm expecting the top 4 now to come into that pit lane. But saying that, both Haas drivers are still out there, and because of that, Rising Star has had to be forced to basically stay out for another lap, because if he does double stack, he's going to lose a lot of time. So he's basically got no option but to stay out there for another lap.
Here comes Nico, here comes Laser on Bear Remy, 3 abreast, going down towards Stowe. Nico with a double overtake, puts himself up into P5 ahead of Laser and Remy. But that was super crucial though for Remy not to get involved in contact with the Ferrari, because Kaname is on a different strategy in a completely different race, and Remy, the last thing he thought he could afford to do was get a penalty or make contact with him. So Rising Star has been left out there. The undercut is powerful, going from mediums to softs, and here we are. Then Nolan sets up fast up the Grand Prix. Where's Jensen going to rejoin? He's rejoined behind Kaname, and Hazari rejoins the P8 in front of Blue Rocket, and Harry Kane's going side by side. Into turn 3 we go, and Blue Rocky has the inside line, but Harry Kane doing his best to try and stick around the outside. Hazara has got a jump on Blue Rocky, and Harry Kane puts himself now into P8. Rising Star and Kaname on the walls left to pit, but here comes Kane again up the inside. No, he stays behind Rocky for the time being then. So we're all set in motion for the final few laps around here in Silverstone. I have no idea who's going to take the victory, but the undercut was very powerful indeed. And we'll see. The people who pitted early will be back to back later in the race, but the people on the fresher soft compound tyres might have the advantage later on the Grand Prix, because 1 or 2 lap difference of tyres can make a huge difference, especially on this game. So watch out for that tyre deficit as well towards the end of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he was on about the undercut, and as you can see, Harry Kane right at the back of this leading pack, and he's got to be careful now, because the top 3 are starting to pull away from this pack as well. And Jensen is starting to drop back a little bit. Well, I'm guessing they're all trying to get past Kaname, to be fair, so that's why they're losing a bit of time. So Kaname is still staying out there. So Hazara right there, going around the outside of the Kaname. Kaname just hasn't got the grip really to stay with them, so he's just basically letting everyone go, and his teammate as well. And now Harry Kane has now got to try and get past him as soon as possible. Rising Star coming out of the pit lane now, and he should be at the back of this pack. As Florian has now come into this battle for the lead, so he's there. He weren't here earlier on, but there he is now. He has actually made contact with Harry Kane. Harry Kane wasn't expecting him to be there, He was trying to get a better exit, Harry Kane was, but didn't realise he was actually going for a move from Florian. So now he's actually going to go for another move on Harry Kane, the championship winner, of course. He's pushed him wide. He comes back onto the track again. Now he's going out side by side, bit of argy-bargy between the two. Florian, I think he has got that move done. No, they're still going side by side between the basically the two Red Bull teams, as Harry Kane has now able to keep him behind that Cop's corner. Actually used a bit of ERS there to keep him behind, so he's also a bit of time, Harry Kane has, to obviously this lead and pack. 1.3 is a good gap between Harry Kane and now Blue Rocket, so he's lost a lot of time, Harry Kane has now. So let's see how Harry Kane's pace is now. Now he's obviously now lost quite a lot of time.
And Hazara is up into P5. He had to get the move done because Dragon was breaking out the DRS range of Jensen. So Hazara had to put himself, and look at that, side by side with the Aston Martin. That's Dragon versus Rocket, and Rocket is off the track there in the penultimate corner. Hazara sets the pass up the Grand Prix. Is this going to be another masterclass from Hazara, from starting from last to first? Here we are down towards turn 1. Florian's defended. Kaname is trying to go back around the outside. Surprised Kaname can keep up with this battle, considering he's only been in compound tyres. But around the outside into turn 3. Can he make it stick? There's a bit of contact there, as you can hear from the cars, as he gets pinched on the curb towards turn 4. But Florian did pit quite early, hence why he's back in this train, but dropping away because he's got end plate damage too. Look at this, Blue Rocket versus Dragon as we head down towards Brooklyn's bit of contact between Blue Rocket and the Dragon there, but Blue Rocket finally goes through, and these four, this quartet has been dropped at the DRS range thanks to Kaname, and fighting amongst themselves and Florian too. So these guys have been left alone in the dust there, which is quite unusual. Blue Rocket moves to the right hand side and he pulls the people go. What's going to happen here? What's he going to do?
Oh, he's got damage as well on the front wing, so I don't know why he's I don't know, maybe giving up in this race. I don't know. He's really backed off from everyone. I don't know what's going on with Blue Rocket, but it looks like that's his race over.
Yeah, just pulling to the left-hand side or right-hand side to make sure he gets out of everybody's way. Maybe call it quits for a day. But Remy then rides the back of Laser and rides the back of Nico as Harry Kane goes around the outside of the house of Rising Star. And here comes Jargon too. As you can see, that the Rising Star was really put against the curb there into Stowe. And they got put in such a cute angle, had nowhere to go. Jensen side by side with Remy going down towards turn 1. Can he make a stick? Has to bail out that so far, but he's definitely got some pace here tonight. As Jensen hasn't won a race yet this season, but he has done it before in SFR's past history. Looking at a very competitive driver so far. After a few mistakes, as Blue Rocket has retired in the pit lane, so no safety car. There is 6 laps left to go in this Grand Prix. P6 downwards, I dare say that's their chance to win it over now, as they've been split. Here comes Jensen up the inside of Remy. Late move, both lock up, but it's still clean as Remy's trying to hold it on there as we go side by side around the outside into Luffield we go. Does Jensen have the grip to try and go around the outside, or can Remy just hold on? He does, and Remy just holds on to third place there. He's excellent defended. He doesn't have his teammate no more, the rear gunner, which is quite unusual to say, considering that he's a champion SFR. But Harry Kane's been detached. That battle between Florian and Kaname has really cost him. P6 downwards now. Chance to win it is done. So it's down to these 5 to see who will win the Grand Prix. Laser does have a 3-second time penalty, so he's out of the equation. He's got the outlier in second place here. So it's down to his arm. Here comes the Haas again of Jensen down the inside of Remy. Can he make a stick this time? Remy has the outside line and swoops around the outside to stay ahead of him as we go towards 16. This is great defending there from Remy. In the background, you can see that Harry Kane has been overtaken by Rising Star as well. Here we are. Around the final corner we go. Starting lap 21 out of 26. It's Nico who leads, trying to go for his second win of the season. He picked up his first win in Spain, and he did a fantastic job as well during that Grand Prix. Predicting, anticipating as well. The right moves to the right time as we make our way down as Kaname's retired in the pit lane. So both Ferraris are out of this race. And look at Remy, who's really struggling for traction in these low speed corners. Might be vulnerable hard down the straight, but he'll try and defend as much as he can. Jensen stays in P4 though, doesn't have the battery to compete with Remy.
Yeah, so Nico is pretty much in a position he wants to be. Obviously, he's got Laser exactly where he wants to be as well. Laser, of course, with the 3-second penalty. So obviously with that, he's basically just pulling along Laser, and it's not really given the opportunity of Remy, Jensen or Hazara to overtake, because obviously with the DRS train, you're not really going to make much moves going on. And Bear Remy seems to be struggling a little bit compared to Laser as well, which obviously would help him a lot. Well, Nico a lot, of course. With Laser, it seems like he's able to, obviously, Bear Remy is able to pull away. Laser is able to pull away on the corners and obviously wherever where there isn't a DRS detection or DRS points. So that's where he pulls away, but then Bear Remy just pulls him straight back in again with that DRS. But Laser has got the pace to pull away enough for Bear Remy to not able to attack.
Can Bear Remy get his second win of the season? Can he get his third podium? But it's under threat from Jensen and Hazara. Hazara did make the move on Jensen a lap ago down towards Stowe, and now he's putting pressure on the Red Bull. The Red Bull there getting out of sync as we make our way towards turn 5. The DRS enabled for Hazara side by side with the Red Bull driver, and he puts himself into P3. Is this going to be another masterclass here from Hazara, from starting in last place to finishing in wherever, first or second? That's where it's going to be. But Laser is dropping out of the DRS range of Nico, but I think Nico could be under massive pressure because Hazara does have that tyre difference, and it does make a bit of a difference on this game as well. So Nico, despite pulling away from Laser, just breaking the 1 second range of DRS there, we'll have to keep an eye out for Hazara as well in third place. The man that went from last to finishing in first at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, but Nico has pulled himself out of DRS range of Laser because he's finally broken away from this train, but Hazara needs to get a move on now to make sure he stays with that DRS range of Nico. Yes, he does. So Hazara puts himself into P2. Now it's Nico versus Hazara. Two-handed drivers indeed. Nico is going for his second win of this season. Here comes Rise of Star, and Harry Kane just traded DRS there as he puts himself into P6. So it's not usual sights to see that Harry Kane being down there, but sometimes the races can't always go your way, as Lord Danny Boy has swapped with Florian into P12 in 13 to go. John Moe says Hazara is something else. What a driver. Yep, Hazara, I've known him as Florian's retired in the pit lane, so no safety car to deployed. And here comes Jensen and Remy side by side. Oh, he gets shoved off, and Jensen gets a 3-second penalty as Remy gave little or no room. And now Jensen can be absolutely frustrated that he got a penalty. Here he is back again. Up into Brooklyn's we go, puts himself into P4. And Rise of Star and Harry Kane swapping places for P6 and P7. But Nico is under massive pressure, Owen, from Hazara behind.
Yeah, another great drive from Hazara. Was able to get those positions as quickly as possible in those first couple of laps. Got himself up to this lead on pack, and now he's in the position he wants to be. Obviously, with that tyre difference as well, 5/10 difference between Nico and Hazara. I'm expecting Hazara to try and go for an attack on Nico. Only a couple of laps left as well. This is the perfect opportunity for Hazara to do a last to first challenge for the second time this season, and if he does that. And what if he did qualify really well? Obviously, would he have been able to pull away? Would he maybe thought something different? Who knows? But this is the exact position Hazara wants to be right now, right behind Nico.
Can't believe the amount of pace Hazara's got, especially on a pad as well. It's just unbelievable. Gives like hope for me, especially on the pad too, because I used to compete with Hazara back then, and I used to be much quicker than him, but now he is a bit quicker than me, and he has shown what a talented driver he has been throughout the whole season. He's turned off assists as well. Turned off assists on a pad is something incredible indeed, and that shows you the caliber and the talent that Hazara has. There is 3 laps left to go. Hazara has played this game before last season in Silverstone, when it was him versus Harry Kane for the win. Hazara took on Harry Kane on the last lap to finish in first place. Rise of Star gets back ahead of Harry Kane, puts himself into P6, but Bear Remy knows this is a big chance for a podium. Can he get his third podium? Jensen and Laser in front of us have a 3-second attack penalty, and Remy there will be looking to get on the podium for the first time since the Canadian Grand Prix, and that was the race he won. Also, due to no penalties, he was the only driver at the Canadian Grand Prix who did not pick up a 3-second attack penalty. Hazara is rising back in Nico. Nico, and Nico finds himself defenseless and vulnerable with the Mercedes driver behind, with the DRS enabled. Will Hazara put himself into first place early doors, or will he wait for the last few laps of the Grand Prix to put himself in first? Here we are then, Nico looking his mirrors left and right to see what Hazara's doing. Hazara kind of trying to go around the outside, and here he is then, puts himself into first place. What a neat move around the outside, and Jensen puts himself into P3 ahead of Laser. Two drivers that have penalties in this Grand Prix, and when that happened, there was something to my eyes, so something went to my eye when that happened there, so had one eye open when I was watching that battle.
Yeah, obviously Jensen and Laser both had penalties, and I was actually in a party with Laser and Jensen last week in Abu Dhabi. So obviously they're not actually with their teammates, of course, like I just said. So I wonder if these two are in the party tonight. Obviously they're both with penalties as well. So but it looks like Beremy stays with them. Beremy is going to finish on the podium. It's going to be a 4th and 5th for Jensen and Laser. But Jensen and Laser, I'm guessing they are good friends with each other. As Magnus is now retired. Oh, and that's actually on the circuit, but it's actually too late now for a safety car. So this how quickly this race has gone so far. Nearly on the final lap. It will be the final lap next lap.
Final lap of the season here in Silverstone. This race, unfortunately, has flown by. Qualifying goes quickly, the races go quickly, and we're almost coming to an end of what has been a fascinating season with multiple different winners, new talented drivers joining the roster, especially the ones who are here now, doing a fantastic job, fighting for the lead of the Grand Prix. And here comes Remy on Laser, here comes Jensen on the inside of Nico, but Nico survives that. Nico knows what to do. He's trying to stay in second place and use the DRS to the back of Hazara to go for him on the next lap. That's his tactic there. Will it work? Hazara rolls reverse this time. He was the one hunting down Harry Kane, and now he's being hunted. And look at that, Laser and Remy are still scrapping away for P5 and P6 there. Remy knows P3 is on the take-in, so we're very careful in terms of how he approaches with Laser as we head down towards turn 3. So Nico has got 2 DRS zones. Where will it be? It'll probably be down at Stowe. So Nico needs to get himself a good exit out of Magnus and Beckett. Stay with Hazara, who will also be draining the battery down the straight. DRS enabled. Can Hazara defend the threats from the likes of Nico and Jensen out behind? As Jargon has dropped backwards. Jargon has gone for a spin, unfortunately, down there. As Right to Start is back ahead of Harry Kane once again. And here we are, our love field there between all these guys. Hazara, does he have the pace to defend against Nico? Can Nico get the DRS on him and try and get back to the lead of the Grand Prix like he did in the Spanish Grand Prix? He took on Harry Kane on the last lap for being in P2 to finish in first in Spain. Could it be another repeat here?
No.
Oh, he made a mistake!
Nico made a mistake at Colt's corner. Gave Jensen the opportunity to stay that move done. So Nico hasn't got the opportunity now to maybe go for that race win. That's maybe cost a race win there for Nico for that massive mistake there. So Jensen is maybe going to have a little look at Hazara. But no, here comes Nico on Hazara. Who will take that second place? Well, it will be Jensen, of course, with Nico, with that penalty. But side by side coming to the final corner.
Here we are then, Hazara, as Nico gets ahead of Jensen. Hazara from last to first. He wins the Silverstone Grand Prix, ending off a fantastic season here in SFR. What a rollercoaster it's been. Nico's on the podium again in P2, and Beremy, for the first time since the Canadian Grand Prix, gets on the podium, and he finishes in P3 in the driver's standards as well. After a difficult season, Remy can finally be happy, because I got inside information that Remy wanted to quit, and Harry Kane is trying to keep it motivated. There is Remy. Remy has struggled a lot in the last few races, but to be delighted now after finishing in P3 with all his mistakes in the past few races, can finally end it off on a high here in Silverstone. And what a season it has been. Thank you so much, SFR, for season 16, Div 3, Div 2 and Div 1. It has been amazing, with every single driver participated in all 3 divisions, with fantastic battles the whole way through, and it's just been an incredible season as well. One to remember in the future days as well, and we're going to see you all the next season in January for the new season of season 17, when all these drivers are going to go for the championship. Harry Kane has got a lot of work to do to defend his championship crown against the rest of the hungry drivers here in SFR, but Hazara drive the day for sure. Owen, mate. Oh, mate, what a season it's been. I can't believe it's ended. I just want to cry, mate.
Yeah, so that's it. We're all done. Season 16 is done, and it's been a good season. Obviously, myself as well. Been the best season I have ever had, of course, as you know. But yeah, It's been a pleasure commentating on Division 1 once again. I did it back in season, I think it was in season 8, season 9, something like that. And I was there again for pretty much the whole season, and I'm here once again for I was here the whole season once again for Division 1, and it's been a pleasure, and hopefully we can both make a return next season and carry on.
Indeed, mate. We're just waiting for all the drivers to be here in the podium interviews so we can kickstart them. So we're just waiting for Hazara. Usually joins, we know he does. We're just waiting for the other two. Nico spoke to me once back in Spain, and Benami, well, he has spoken before. It's been a long time since I've heard his voice, so I can't wait to hear what he has to say. But apparently, Jensen's penalty could be removed, so watch out for that one. Jensen could be on the podium for the final race because he did get shoved off by Remy at turn 4, turn 5, barely in the space. But here we are. Bear Remy then. It's not the Red Bull driver I was thinking about speaking to tonight. It's a different Red Bull driver. And Remy, you finished in P3 at the end of the Grand Prix, and also P3 in the Drivers' Championship. You've had a difficult last few races, Remy, and I know you wanted to give up because Harry Kane said so as well, but you did an absolute fantastic job here tonight, mate, and defending and attacking at the right time, pitting at the right time, and you finally got your reward, mate. Well done in the P3 today. It's been a long and difficult season for you, but you ended off on a high.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know if I'm gonna get 3rd or 5th place. Depends on what the stewards finds, but yeah, it was a great race, and I've been struggling a lot after all these quick guys has joined the league, so yeah, it's nice to be back on the podium after the win in Canada. But yeah, it has been a struggling season for me, so yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes, and you cannot do anything more than practice more if you want to get better. So yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to hear your voice again, mate, because it's been a very long time indeed since I've heard your voice. We've usually got your teammate who's doing the podcast for us, but you're here tonight, which is special as well. But Remy, how do you think this season's gone for you? Because I know you said you had a difficult season, but what do you think's gone wrong for you this season? How do you think you can improve for season 17?
Yeah, I think it's just that there's a lot of quick guys here, and yeah, I haven't been able to go as fast as I want, and it feels like every time you are up in the front after a qualifying session, they are attacking you left and right and all over the place, and it's quite hard to keep your position, and yeah, I think that has been my problem. And when you start pushing too hard, you end up in a gravel trap or just with a spin. So, and then the race is over for you. You cannot win or be on the podium or top 10 even if you have had a spin in your race.
Yeah, I agree. One small mistake will put you down further in the order than you expect because it's so tight, this grid. But overall, Remy, has it been a learning curve for you? Have you enjoyed this season so far, or is it a season to forget other than the win in Canada for you?
Yeah, I think it's very nice to drive in a league with that many good drivers. So yeah, it has been fun, but it's also hard for the motivation to not feel that you have had a good race. So yeah, it's something to build on, I guess, and try to get better.
Yeah, I know you struggle, but well done today. Well done on the season, Remy, because I know a few people in your shoes after a difficult last few races would have given up. So, yeah, I want to say, it's nice to speak to you again. Keep your head up high, mate, because I know how difficult it can be after a long period of falling away or falling down to be back up there. So, just got to keep going. You got to keep plucking out. You got to keep going, mate. That's all you can. That's all you do, really. Yeah, that's what I want to say, really, to you. You got to keep going, mate.
Thanks, and at least we got the championship for the constructors, and I guess I'm top third in the overall standings, so it's that's good. But I bet if those quick guys has been driving from the start of the season, they would have easily passed me. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And how has it been working with Matthias? Has he transformed you into a better driver? Have you learned from Matthias from your time being teammates together since season 15?
Yeah, I think we try to learn from each other every day, and he's really quick, especially in their own race pace. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of practice sessions with him, and yeah, he's such a really talented driver, and is really quick. So, especially in the race, so it's nice to be his teammates, and yeah, I feel the relationship is good. So happy with that.
Yeah, no conflict in Red Bull. But yeah, well done today, Remy Faye. Fantastic job finishing in P3 today. Finally ended on a high after the last difficult few races. So yeah, I want to say a massive congratulations to you, mate. Well done today. Nice to see you on the podium again.
Thank you.
Oh, any other questions for Remy?
No, I haven't. But well done for finishing third place in the championship. Obviously, you had that tight battle with Norders, especially last race as well. Obviously, where I was as well. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Obviously, commentate on you there, Remy, and obviously you ended this on a high, and hopefully you'll be back again stronger next season.
Thank you for that.
No worries, mate. Nico, are you here, mate?
Yeah.
Hello, Nico. Nice to see you back at the podium, mate. How you doing?
I'm fine.
So talk us through you, mate. I think it's safe to say that you're going to be very disappointed. What exactly happened through comps there? Did you just understeer off the track?
I had in the last lap oversteer and spins me around, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's unlucky, mate. It's because I bet you were trying to stay behind Hazara in the last few laps, so it would take him into Stowe on the last lap.
Yeah, I want to stay behind because the DRS is crazy here. So I won in F3 because of the DRS, and yeah, absolutely crazy.
And you must have been so annoyed when that happened as well, because you're trying to set yourself up, like all that hard work, keeping the guys behind, being in second place. What was going through your mind then? Did you think you could still get back at Hazara because you were so close behind her still?
Yeah, I mean the race was chaotic because of the guys ahead. There was so much using on the straight, and I had to keep my position. And was a nice fight with the other Red Bull and the Haas driver, but a bit chaotic as well. So.
Well, every time you've joined, it's your fourth race in SFR. You've always been up there as a competitor. You've always had some great pace, Nico. And obviously, like back then when you called AMS, moved to a new esports team now. Hopefully you do well there, Nico. But yeah, every time you race, you've been a real competitor. And do you think if you're a full-time driver next season, Nico, that you could be really challenging these guys for the championship?
Yes, I think so. But in the week I have no much time left for practice or anything. Every race I was doing was with no practice, so it will be difficult. But yeah, I don't know.
And your highlight this season has been the Spanish Grand Prix as well. So you've had some good highlights considering you've only been here for only 4 races. So you got something to reflect on, Nico.
What? Sorry.
I said you've been here for 4 races, and all 4 races have been amazing. You managed to get the podium, nearly all of them except Qatar. So yeah, you've had some real good pace, mate. And you can take away some good moments here.
Yeah. I have in this league very good pace and constant, and I will look forward to maybe get the championship next season, but I don't know.
Dankeschön, mate.
Thank you. And GG to Hazara.
Any other questions for Nico?
No, I haven't. But like you said, I always say that now, don't I? It's like a thing. But yeah, no, I hope you're here next season, Nico, because you've always been up there since you joined, especially like for like with Blue Rocket as well. I think Harry Kane has definitely got a challenge on his hand for next season to defend that title. So I hope you both stay next season and give us a good championship fight, especially against Harry Kane. So good luck for next season, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Yep, I hope you're here. Bye-bye, Nico. I hope you're here next season too, because you've had some amazing pace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Moving on to the man in first place, which is Azara. Wow, I don't know how you do it, Azara. You make it look so easy out there, going from last to first. That's your second time doing that this season. And just talk us through your race, mate. Like, it just all went to plan for you, didn't it? Just, yeah, look, you made it look so easy, but at the same time, it was difficult as well, because having to plan your moves, doing the right strategies as well, overtaking at the right time. Were you a bit nervous on the last lap with Nico behind you with the DRS?
Yeah, it was. I was nervous because I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't want to like brake in front of everyone and give someone wing damage, so I was kind of delaying it, seeing how big of a gap I had, and it wasn't big at all. So I was planning to slow down, like go offline and slow down, but then I saw he got that oversteer, and then I thought, this is my chance, I just have to go. And it was just enough, even though, yeah, if he didn't make the mistake, it would not have been enough. I would have had to play some game, and yeah, that was lucky for me. Yeah, it was a good race. Happy with the result.
Yeah, mate, I don't know how you do it. You make it look so easy, but you came through in the first stint. You came through the drivers like a hot knife through butter, just overtaking them one by one. How are you so good and knowing when to plan? And how is your pace so good despite being in massive dirty air and in a train of drivers? How do you manage to cope with it?
I felt like, well, in this game in general, it's hard to lead, or it's easy to follow. So when there's a train, like everyone is 2/10 from each other. And so yeah, and there is almost no dirty air, so it's just follow, don't and time your moves. Don't let the train split and you end up behind. You just have to stay in the train somehow. And yeah, like you said, just time your moves well. That's what I try to do. And I also had a good start. I think I gained like 6 positions lap 1. And yeah, that obviously helps. It gets a lot easier after.
It's your second win in a row here in Silverstone, because you overtook Matthias on the last lap of the Grand Prix, and that's when he won the championship. But here again, well done, Hazara. I don't know how you do it, mate. It's just like your pace has been so quick. Like back then when I met you in 2019, I was a faster driver than you, but now you're a faster driver than me. So it's nice to see your development and your improvement as well, and it shows why you're an ETA as well. Especially the pad, mate. Do you not find it a bit difficult on a pad? Like, obviously it's a bit easier because no assist. Like, don't get me wrong, I can do no assist, but I'm a bit, what's it called? I get distracted too easily, so I forget the breaking points. Like, how do you do no assist on a no pad on a pad?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it's the same on pad or wheel or no assist. I don't think it's harder on a pad. I just think you have to get used to it. And yeah, just when you put in the hours year after year, naturally you get better. So I've been driving like this for many years now, and it's just now at this point it just comes naturally. So yeah, it's not too bad, to be honest. And the hard thing for most people, I feel like they just have to make the switch. If they want to do it, they just have to do it early and then just stick with it, because most people are pretty young and they learn quickly. So yeah, that's my advice if you're trying to do that.
Oh, thank you very much, Zara. Nice description there from you. And well done again, mate, on P1. Incredible job from last to first. That's achievement of itself. Twice as well this season. Oh, incredible, with no help of safety cars either today. You did it all by yourself, making your way to the field. And well done on the win. Fantastic. Well deserved.
Oh, thank you so much, and GG's to Nico, Remy, Jensen, Laser, everyone who I was fighting with. It was a good race. So good one.
Thanks, bro. Brilliant plays.
Nico, sorry, not Nico. Owen, your other question is asked for Hazara.
Hazara. You know what to say.
Go on, think of one question. Think of one question. Ask him one question.
You keep nicking all my questions. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Ask him how his day been.
Okay, how's your day been, Hazara?
Oh man, my day's been great. I started off really early, had an exam, and then came home, and I was really tired. And then right before the race, I tried to lay down for a bit, and like a half an hour. And yeah, somehow when I got up, I was refreshed and ready to race. So it's been a good day. Thank you for asking. Hope yours has been good too.
Yeah, it has, to be fair. I've been working all day, so it's been great. I've actually got an actual question about the league. Expectations for next season? What are you expecting if you are racing, of course?
Yeah, I think
Full time.
I don't know about that. I don't think so. It depends what day it is, to be honest. It's Wednesdays, probably not.
You know why? You know why Wednesdays? Because you got email, haven't you?
EML? No, I don't think we race in EML anymore.
You got basketball,
and
don't you?
also, I wasn't. Yeah, I have practice, but yeah, I don't think I haven't raced in EML for years or like many seasons now. So yeah, but it's yeah, I'm just doing whatever really, and I think the league is in good hands. I think there are so many drivers now, fast drivers, who are really good. So I think
committed
no
commentary.
Who drives, it will be good. Committing to commentary. Yeah, terrific commentary. You're both doing a good job, so keep going, and might see you again. So,
well, that's the final words here. Wow, what an end to a season. It's all come to an end here in Silverstone. And my final words to you, Owen, that thank you so much. You've been there since the beginning in Bahrain. Missed 2 races, one due to personal problems and the other one due to racing after winning an Abu Dhabi for Division 2 champion. But it's been a roller coaster ride, mate, through loads of ups and downs this season. We've witnessed some incredible racing, intense, nail-biting, click-hanging stuff towards the end of the Grand Prix. It has been absolutely amazing this season. Yes, on paper, it looks like Harry Kane won and dominated all the races, but it hasn't been the case this season. He's always had to put a challenge on. He has not dominated any race this season. He's always had to work hard for it. But, Owen, you have been an incredible commentator, mate. Our first time working together back in Bahrain. Yes, I was a bit nervous. I knew of you because I commentated with you in Division 1 season 14, but when I saw your name alongside me, I was a bit nervous to start with, but the more and the more races went on, we got better and better and better, and I think we've learned a lot from each other this season. Like, it's been we managed to work well with each other, and it's been one of the best partnerships I've ever had. So, Owen, I just want to say a massive thank you for helping me out, being an excellent commentator, being a fantastic racer, and a good sport as well, especially when you had your own championship battle going on for Division 2. It could have been so easily joined the next day being so angry or annoyed, considering that you had a few DNFs as well before then. But you've always kept some good form of professionalism and good sportsmanship as well. And you're definitely showing why you're the Div 2 champion, mate. So I've really enjoyed commentating with you, mate, and I really hope we get to do it soon, because it's been one of the best partnerships I've ever had so far for a long time, and it's a shame it ended. But thank you so much, Owen Mansell. You've been an absolute legend, mate, and you've helped me out a lot.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, mate, as always. Obviously, like you said, it's been we've learned from each other throughout the whole season, and all these guys, especially the Gavin and the directors, have been really appreciative of both of us, of the comms in Division 1. They haven't really had an issue of finding a commentator for Division 1 or worried about not finding anyone, because they've always been there. So yeah, it's been an absolute privilege, Jamie, to be working with you for the whole season. And like I said earlier, I just hope that something good happens and we're together again next season. but we'll have to find out when the divisions are announced and drivers are announced and all that. Monarchy obviously will find out at the start of January, and we'll get going again for Division 4 maybe on January the 20th. If not Division 4, it will be Division 3 on January 20th. So it's been a privilege, and season 17, get ready for it. It's going to be exciting.
And Owen, what's been your favourite race this season to watch in Division 1?
Oh, that's a very difficult question, because like you said, I don't think there's been one driver where they was able to run away with the race win. I think they've always been close throughout the whole season, but it's a tough one. But I think it's got to be your commentary at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's a good shout. That was a good race, to be fair, as well. Obviously, it was first to last throughout the whole race, especially a bit like today, where no one is literally a battle for first throughout the whole race. But I think the Spanish Grand Prix definitely stood out. That was brilliant, your commentary anyway. But yeah, no. How about yours, Jamie?
Well, I was thinking about Spain, but at the same time, it was the commentary that let me down. So I didn't want to think about Spain that much, but the racing was amazing. But I think the Austrian Grand Prix, I really enjoyed that race. That was such a thrilling race too, around Austria. It was fantastic. We had like a 4 or 5 race scrap for first place the whole time with 2 Hassers, a Ferrari, and 5 place with Harry Kane. And Harry Kane won it on the line. He didn't win it because Fireplace picked up a 22nd time penalty. Yes, he got it removed, but the gap was 5,000 because Jensen spun in front of him. Fireplace had to take a void action, and Harry Kane just managed to get the win on the line there. And the race win was predicted on the line. It was so close there between Fireplace and Harry Kane. But yeah, Austria has definitely been one of my favourites so far, along with Monaco as well. No, I'm joking, definitely not Monaco.
Well, yeah, obviously, I think it might be a shorter calendar as well in season 17. It's normally is in the second season of SFR. So some of these races that we've commentated on this season probably won't be on next season. It definitely is normally Monaco that we don't normally race in the second season unless it's for SFR. But we'll have to find out. Obviously, we'll get all these announcements and that throughout the next month. Probably most likely starting on January 1st when I think the pre-season races get underway. So yeah, season 17, something to look forward to. And Jamie, I hope to commentate with you once again very soon.
Yeah, I do too, mate. Wow, what a season it's been. Ups and downs, fantastic race throughout the whole race, and we ended off on a high at the British GP. Yes, the stream's going on longer, but we just would need time to reflect on what's happened in the last few races. Harry Kane is the champion of SFR for Division 1 again. Fantastic from him. 2-time champion. Can anybody stop him going towards the next season here? We will see you back in 2025 for the new season for season 17. Don't miss it, because there's a lot of upcoming drivers who are on the roster and potentially think about challenging Harry Kane for the championship indeed. So we'll see you all next season. I cannot wait, and thank you. And my name has been Jamie Morris, and my co-commentator is Owen Mansell, the legend himself. That's your commentators. And I want to say as well, before a little speech as well. I first started commentating back in 2019, sorry. I was more of a league racer, but I did commentary for like once a week, and it was extremely bad, my commentary. I was new, I was nervous, I didn't understand what I was supposed to do, and I was just lost. But my commentary has grown over the past few years. 2020, during the COVID times, is when I did like one or two league races a day, because I had a lot of time during back then with lockdown. As you all know, I became more of a commentator in 2022 and 2021. Started commentating properly instead of doing it like once or twice or every once in a while. Then in 2023, that's when things finally spiced up, because I got put into like high esports teams, IRT esports teams as well. Plus, with the esports teams that I don't know what it's called. Social Races Esports Teams Championship between all the big esports teams on the PlayStation community and PC as well, because they're interlinked. And ever since then, the journey has been so high for commentary. I've got much better at commentating, and I've really enjoyed as well, because I was here in SFR. For those who didn't know, I was here in season 5 as a driver, but had to leave due to personal issues. But came back late 2023. Is when I came back to SFR for season 14 at the Monaco Grand Prix alongside Energy Dan. And from 2019 to 2024, I have come a long way since my first days of commentating. Commentated in big esports teams as well, and getting to places where I never thought I'd be. And be here in SFR is an absolute privilege to be the voice of SFR for Division 2 and Division 1. I've just want to thank you, every single person who has supported me, whether it's through private messages, whether it's through Discord chats, anywhere. All that support means a lot to me, and the reason why I keep going as well, because commentary has really helped me as well. So that's why I enjoy it so much. It became more of a hobby now instead of a job. Every single week I look forward to it, and we'll see you all back then. Sorry about the long speech towards the end, but that's just all you should know about me. I have won championships as well before in PSGL and in different leagues, but when I realised that I was no longer quick in league racing in 2022. That's when I went downhill and started to become a full-time commentator, and it's been a blast ever since. And Owen, to be alongside you, mate, been a pleasure. Thank you.
No, thank you, Jamie. Like you said, your commentary has been an absolute blast and amazing, and I've definitely learned throughout the whole season. Obviously, I did a bit of a break from commentary and league racing, just to obviously I had exams and that, so I took a bit of a break. But then I came back in I think it was season 14 or something like that, and ever since I came back, it's definitely been more successful than the first time I joined. But yeah, Jamie, what a season! What a guy you are! And like I said, I just hope that we're both together again next season. And on to season 17. Like I said, it's going to be a blast, especially for Division 1 once again. I think it's going to be even closer than what we have seen this season. Like I said, there's not really been anyone that has had a dominant race. We've always seen every single driver been very close to each other throughout the whole season. But yeah, again, looking forward to it, and we'll see what season 17 brings.
Indeed. We'll see you all next year in 2025. Have a good Christmas and have a good New Year's. We'll see you all later. Goodbye for now.